building up some energy off a back-to-back. Wasn't no excuses. They went to Detroit and took care of their business. No doubt. And they won it by defense, playing as a team. And you know the history with the Detroit Pistons with the Houston Rockets. Ever since former coach Steven Silas went all the way over there to Detroit to be their head coach, and we have to add the Thompson twins. Top in the draft, a Seward going to Detroit, a man in Houston, built-in rivalry. Ever since, it's brand new, but it's brewing a little bit. Every time these two teams get together, they want to prove something. You're going to get a brawl. You're going to get a little scuff up. They're going to play hard defense. Usually it comes down the stretch. And it kind of came down the stretch in this one, but Rockets kind of, got some separation. But they definitely won it by defense, coming down the stretch, getting the necessary stops, hitting timely buckets. And one thing I noticed, you remember when Kevin Durant was getting double teamed? Team falls apart. He comes off the ball late, maybe turn it over. Sometimes he's still making those turnovers, but it's a lot better. You could tell they worked on it. They got some repetition. They watched some film. Kevin Durant gets double teamed. You know that little pocket pass to Alpy? He's making decisions now, quick decisions. We got a man in the corner. We got somebody slashing. He could take the shot himself or kick it back to KD. I've seen a lot of more action coming off that double team now, getting the ball back in KD's hands. So I knew down the stretch, M. Udoka would look at some concepts, tell him how to be more aggressive with the basketball off of that double team. Look to drive hard. That's all you got to do. Attack the basket. If it's not there, kick it for three. A lot of this stuff is basic, but for some reason, early in the season, they froze up trying to find a hero. But the development of Reed Shepherd opened this thing all the way up. Where will they be? Reed Shepherd could possibly, I don't know about this year, but it depends how long he comes off that bench. He could be up for Sixth Man of the Year. No doubt about it. He's been a scoring punch for Houston for a stretch of games now, giving them that offensive punch they need, and he's taking it off the dribble. He's been the go-to guy coming off of that bench, off the dribble, shooting the threes, getting in the paint. Got to work on his free throws. That's still driving me crazy. Remember I said Reed Shepherd should not be missing as many as free throws as he's shooting. He shouldn't be. Too good of a shooter to be missing those free throws. I'm shocked that he splits them most of the time. I'm shocked. Get better at Reed Shepherd, but man, outstanding game. Reed Shepherd's on a run. And KD, you see those timely buckets now? I got to give credit where it's due. Because I roast and beat him up when he doesn't come through, or if he's lacking in the area, or he's not being aggressive, or he's turning over the basketball. I light him up. So I have to praise him when he's doing well. And in this game, he did very well. Talk about the timely buckets down the stretch. Something that was missing last season. If he continues to play at this pace, going down the stretch, Rockets going to be fine. Reason why, they're getting better off of the double team. They're looking for the double team now. Reed Shepherd's confidence is skyrocketed. He's getting some minutes in the fourth quarter. Sometimes he finishes, sometimes he's on the bench. It just depends. Situational basketball. M. Udoka going to put the players on the floor that's going to do multiple things, and defense is one of them. If Reed Shepherd continues to do what he's doing, which he is playing defense, he's being scrappy, he's getting steals. The only thing, one-on-one defense, he has a problem with. That's the only way M. Udoka has to take him off the floor, put in a Kogi or somebody else to come down the stretch. Usually it's Tari Eason. But as long as he keeps scrapping at it, he'll get those minutes. He keeps knocking down that three-point shot for sure. That shot is wet now. It's wet. Rockets are, they are fourth. Fourth in the West. And remember, they were already up there early in the season. They dropped down. I think they went down, maybe 6, 7 at one point, I believe. They climbed themselves back. Well, that's the way the West going. I'll be honest with you. It ain't that they're climbing and battling up. A lot of teams in the West, they really just lose one game, win one game. Everybody in the West have been falling and losing some ball games. So the Rockets haven't been really clawing their way to that fourth slot. They've been fortunate that when they're losing, other teams are losing, like Denver, the Lakers dropping games. So it's easy for them to go back into that slot. But if they finish strong, they can get number 2. We're not going to say they can get 1, but they damn sure can get 2 if they continue to battle and play hard. I mean, they're 27-16, all right? The Spurs in the second slot is 31-14. It is doable, folks. It's very doable. They just have to get more consistent, I would say. Because that loss the other night against the Philadelphia 76ers, that was a tough one to lose in overtime. When you know they had it, they could have won that game. All right? I know woulda, coulda, shoulda, whatever, but it was right there for them. So to have a back-to-back from playing the Philadelphia 76ers, then you backdoor to play the Detroit Pistons, who is the best in the East, that's a tough out. So for them to come in Detroit off a back-to-back, a disappointing loss to the Philadelphia 76ers and pull this game out, that's tough. You got some grit. No excuses of a back-to-back. No excuses of being tired, trying to find the energy. They wanted to erase that 76ers loss. They came in this one, baby, and they was ready to go. And defensively is the way they led. Defensively, I think Cunningham, what he had, 13 points, 15 points, Kate Cunningham? Shut him down, basically. And he didn't shoot that much to begin. What was he, like 5 for 13, I believe? I'll pull it up in a minute. 5 for 13. Pretty much shutting him down. He wasn't that effective. They had other guys, shooting around, driving, hitting threes at one point, but that was a little cold. They didn't shoot from 3 that well as a team, the Detroit Pistons, but Rockets was all over them. They played the defense. They did what they had to do to pull this game out. And on offense, it just looked crisp. On the offensive end, the ball was moving. They had multiple actions where it ended up in the hands of a guy shooting a wide open 3-point shot, or finding somebody down low for an easy bucket, working off the double team of KD, who's going to be double teamed for the rest of the season. So it was a big win for the Houston Rockets. We'll pull up the box score real quick, but it was a huge, matter of fact, let's not pull up the box score just yet. We'll probably come back to that. Let's hear what Emu Udoka had to say real quick. Matter of fact, let's pull him up. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see what Emu Udoka had to say after the game. So I can pull this up, see this. There we go.
Closing out games, what did you like most about that fourth quarter effort from your guys?
I'd say for the first 10 and a half minutes of the quarter, we were really solid. They made a run, we sustained it, got quality shots, quality possessions, guarded at a high level until some of the late fouls, late rebounds given up. But overall, they made a run, and like I said, we kept our composure.
You had to go to the bench tonight. Jae'Sean Tate's energy just seemed infectious. How important was that energy?
And that is a fact. That is true. When Detroit went on a run, yeah, it was a little nervousness. No doubt about that. Well, from me, if not from the team, because, you see it sometimes before and playing off a back-to-back. So they've been controlling the game, having that lead, and then when Detroit comes storming back, you're thinking, oh, man, I hope they don't run out of gas. And I hope Detroit don't overlap them, get this lead, get the crowd involved in it, and it's a game where you just never overcome it. You just end up losing. We've seen that time and time again. So for a team that played back-to-back and to come in this game and have a team at home storm back, trying to make a run, and you fight them back off to pull it out, some grit. I'm hoping this team is starting to turn it around a little bit. Starting to fight, starting to look a lot better, buckling down, understand what's at stake. You're getting closer to the All-Star break now. Usually that's when teams really buckling it down. If you're going to beat a team, you got to beat them. And Houston Rockets look like they're starting to turn things over. And it'll be great to see coming down the stretch, especially getting back to how you started this thing, building it on defense. Because they lost the defense early in the season, just trying to outscore people. But now this defense is buckling down. It has to be Emu Udoka. Getting back to the basics, man. Getting back to the
And
basics.
physicality from Jay Sean.
Yeah, I think our entire bench was great. I mean, we only played three guys, Jay Sean, Reed, and Clint, but all three were high level. Jay Sean, great, gives us another dimension as far as switching,
perfect
and he can
example.
guard bigger guys. So he did a great.
Yeah, sorry, folks, but another example, like you just said, only played three guys off the bench. Tari Eason, he don't play back-to-backs, kind of injury prone. You know how it goes with him. You already know Steven Adams is out. So they're not even at full strength. And coming off a back-to-back, three guys off the bench getting action, that's grit. That is a gritty win. They buckled down. They didn't like that loss. And I didn't either, and I'm glad they took it personal. Going to Detroit, doing what they did is tough. Tough.
Job on their bigs, but Clint had great minutes, Reed obviously as well. And although we didn't play that many guys, I think they all made a great impact, and obviously you see it in the plus minus.
Can you talk about the resiliency of your team to be able to bounce back from that, playing in overtime last night to come and play the division-leading Pistons here tonight and get the win?
Yeah, it was a gutsy effort. I think everybody was a little disappointed with last night at the finish, and wanted to get one at least on this road trip. And nobody talked about the back-to-back, the fatigue, or anything like that. It was about coming out and playing solid basketball and getting that that feeling from last night out of us. And so I think that was the goal, and we knew from the start it felt a little bit different, like with our physicality and attention to detail.
Speaking of being different, did you see on the offensive end the ball moving a little bit more fluidly tonight?
Yeah, they were blitzing Kevin, so it opened some things up. I think decision makers in the pocket have to be aggressive there and find that balance. And I think when they got in there, they made some really nice reads, either at the rim or kicking out for shooters. Our off-ball action, we put them in more sets off-ball as well. Got some slips to the basket there, missed a few, but kept them off balance. They like to switch aggressively, and we took advantage of that.
You guys were.
Yeah. I like it. I like it. Long season. It's still a long season. This was a good staple win for them. Anytime them Thompson twins get together, man, you like seeing those matchups. You want them to guard each other a little more. I'm surprised that doesn't happen, but at one point they did. Crowd got into it. Men kind of drove to the hole real fast. They kind of collapsed on him. He kicked it out for three. I think that was KD. I'm not sure, but dropped the three-point shot. But that's what the crowd want to see, man. That when you heard the crowd, it kind of reminds you of when Magic and Jordan matched up in the All-Star game, or Kobe and Mike matching up. Crowd goes crazy. You want to give them a little bit of that. More of it if you can. But a great matchup indeed. Houston Rockets keep on pushing. You at the fourth slot, you can move up higher than that. You can move up higher than that. Stay focused. Win the games you're supposed to win, like we always say. And keep it on moving, man. Keep everybody healthy is the thing. Keeping everybody healthy is the thing. We're going to have some bumps in the road, but for us, KD look like he's doing good. He's healthy, even though he's logging a lot of minutes. You want to try to cut that down. You really do, because you don't want to go down the stretch when games matter the most. The most. Fighting for a playoff slot. And you got this guy logging minutes, getting tired, getting dinged up, and have to miss some time at the bottom half of the season. That's what you don't want. So they have to find ways to get KD a little more rest. Reed Shepherd is emerging. Give him a few more minutes. Tari Eason, when he gets back, they have enough pieces to carry the load a little bit without KD going for 30, logging 40 minutes a game. He's going to have to find a way. Jabari Smith, his play has picked up. Playing his ass off this season. Keep it up. KD has rubbed off on him in the right way. Definitely. His game is picked up. So all this is a benefit. I got to give credit where it's due with KD right now. He's willing and dealing. He's looking good. He's getting better as the season going on as well. Got to give him credit, because it's all going to be a benefit in the end. Because KD, once he moves on, like I said, from the Houston Rockets, it's going to pay big dividends for guys like Jabari Smith. They're learning how to win. You understand? So when KD goes away, they just pick it up where he left off. That's when you get a man Thompson stepping up to the plate even more. They have their own built-in stars on this team. They're just learning right now from one of the greats. And talking about the great, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. KD, in the record books again, didn't he pass Jason Terry, I believe, on the all-time three-point list? Is he number 11th? Is he? I believe KD, man, you stay around this game long enough, you're going to break records. And that's exactly what he's doing. Just a few days ago, passing Dirk Nowitzki, all right? Dirk Nowitzki on all-time scoring list, number 6. And then you come into this game. It's kind of like what LeBron James doing. You hang around long enough, man, you'll start coming up on these records and passing everybody. Same thing with KD, been in the game a long time, 18 seasons. Yeah, man, he passed Jason Terry, 11th on the all-time three-point list with the 32 points tonight, helping these Rockets end the Pistons' 4-game winning streak. Salute, congrats, KD. Another notch on your belt. Keep on moving. But before we get out of here, we do have some championship action going on in football. I think it's down to the final 4, I guess you could say. Should I give a prediction? I will. A quick prediction. But yes, it's a sad song if your team is eliminated. I've been dealing with it too. Texans, I didn't get into it too much after that loss because I could have went on a rampage. And that's what I try to stay away from. Because the whole C.J. Stroud thing and everything, I can write a book on that C.J. Stroud situation. I really can. And I'm not fit to do it right here, but I believe y'all know how I feel about that situation with C.J. Stroud. I seen it coming from a mile away, talked about it throughout the season. So I don't want to get into that because there's a lot of emotion and passion behind that. And I'm not going to just jump on that young man right now. But I'm telling you, sooner or later, I'm going to have to address the situation. But it ain't nothing really new. It's the same old stuff with CJ. But it's disappointing. Very disappointing. The Texans had an opportunity of a lifetime this season. Like I said before, they had the best path for the road for the Super Bowl. I mean, the Pittsburgh Steelers. You took care of that. You had the New England Patriots, which you are very capable of beating. You are a better team than the New England Patriots. And now if you would have beat I know the if, woulda, coulda, shoulda, all that, but you get past the Patriots. You go into the Denver Broncos, who lost their starting quarterback in Bo Nix. Going with what's his name, Jarrett Stidham? What is a Jarrett Stidham? He's going to have to fill in as a backup quarterback against a Houston Texans defense. And you know where you're going after that game? To the Super Bowl. Can you understand how disappointing and how hurtful that can be? And how it can rage you? And all you had to do is just not lose the game? If you're talking about C.J. Stroud? If Dak Prescott was the quarterback in that ball game against New England for the Texans, they're moving on. They're advancing. If Jay Cutler was a starting quarterback for the Houston Texans in that divisional round against the Patriots, they're moving on. Contrary to belief, if Davis Mills started for the Houston Texans from start to finish in that ball game, the Houston Texans will be moving on to the next round. It ain't much C.J. Stroud could have done. But don't lose it. Don't turn the football over. That's all he had to do. Not turn the football over. Play a pedestrian ball game. See, y'all got me talking about it, man. Y'all got me talking about it. I'm finna get off of it. But I'm going to leave it with this. With the C.J. Stroud situation. I'm going to leave it with this. I think this man said, I didn't break down all his press conferences, but I don't like what he's doing in the press conference. First of all, he should be in hiding right now. Yeah. Forget all this trying to put your chest out and face it, because he already was delusional anyway. After bad games, he goes up there and act like he played. He do not want to. Nobody wants to mention anything. Everybody's walking around the damn campus on eggshells. Nobody wants to criticize C.J. Stroud, including the head coach, which that's a whole nother story. I can go to a whole nother page on that. All right? But everybody's delusional. It's like we already know he's fragile, but they don't want to crack that egg. They tiptoeing around, even C.J. Stroud. He don't want to just go. Look, the best thing C.J. Stroud could have done after that ball game is to went up there and said, it's on me. I dropped the ball. I screwed it up. I let my teammates down. It hurts. I'm in pain right now. I can't wait till next season. And I know nobody wants to hear that. There's no excuses. I turned the football over. I should have been more careful with the football. I went out there trying to make plays, bodies around me, pocket collapsing. I should have made better decisions. I should have threw the ball away. I should have took a sack. A sack is, and putting the football is better than turning it over, putting your defense on a short field. This was on me. I'm going to get better in the offseason. It won't be too much offseason for me to begin with. I might take 2 weeks off, but I got to get back at it. This thing is in my head. It's driving me crazy. I let my teammates down. We worked our ass off to get to this point. I dropped the ball. That was the best approach C.J. Stroud should have took. He would have got a lot of respect off of that. We would have understood. I would have backed him up. I'm like, damn, he effed up the game, but he owned that. I can't wait till next season. But this man went up there, and I'm hearing he talking something about playing like Superman and all. Hey, man, if I would have broke that one down, if I broke that press conference down with him talking like that, oh, man, I would have ate it up. C.J. Stroud, oh, my goodness, boy. You saying the wrong things. First of all, you're talking too much and you're talking too fast. It don't take much. Little less words to get your point across, and a lot of blame. You have to blame yourself. It's okay to say, I had a bad game. I let my teammates down. How hard is it to say that? You're delusional. It's just like an alcoholic. Until you admit it, you ain't going to fix it. You have to admit you had a bad game. I lost it for us. You can't even fix your mouth. You have to say that. Your teammates will respect you for that. But patching it up and hiding and blaming this and that, and I pay Superman and defense is good and blah, 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 blah. Nobody want to hear that. Get your act together. Because that contract that's supposed to be coming up for you, I'll be honest with you, I'm not breaking bread. I'm not. I'm holding you off. I'm sorry. I don't like getting in front of people's money, but I'm the owner. I'm holding you off. Prove something to me. I got to see another year of it. All right? I got to see another year of it. All right? But like I said, y'all got me talking about this. This turned to a damn Houston Texans broadcast. I don't want to do that. Because I'll be here. I'll get the sweating and things get to going up in here. You understand? So we're going to move past that. But for the games that are coming up in the predictions, let me see something. But C.J. Stroud, oh boy. Woo. Bad approach on this one, baby. You got the wrong approach. Wrong approach. So, the Patriots and the Broncos. Before I even say anything about this, I think we all know if it's going to be a Super Bowl winner out of these 4 teams that are left, we know it's coming out of the NFC, hands down. I think those are the 2 best teams that are left. And my opinion, I think the Seattle Seahawks is going to win the Super Bowl. That would be my prediction, probably a lot of people's prediction. And, of course, I don't have to explain why. We know that defense. That's why I say the Texans, man, they was tailor-made. But the defense the Seahawks have, that turnover defense, that multi-pressure, constant pressure defense, and they have an offense. See, they like the Houston Texans. The only thing, they have the offense the Texans don't. They kind of do, but they don't know what to do with it, if you get my point. But Seattle Seahawks can put points on the board. They know how to move the football. Darnold is playing his ass off. You don't think Cooper Kupp is going to be ready going against his former team? You don't think he's going to be ready? Both of these teams are going to be juiced up, the Rams and the Seahawks. You know, former player, you can say either way they're going to be juiced up. And you're going to be juiced up anyway. It's a championship game, man. The game before the Super Bowl. Going to be juiced up anyway. All right? But yeah, Cooper Kupp going to be ready for that one. All right? And you got another wide receiver on the side of him on the other side. He's pretty damn good too, you know? So it's going to be a good one, man. And you know Sean McVay, the play caller, you know what he does. And they got some receivers out there asses too. All right? And they got a little defense, but defense ain't like the Seahawks in my opinion. All right? So I think the Seahawks will pull that out, but it will be coming out of the NFC this Super Bowl. No doubt about it. For the Patriots and the Broncos, I'm going with the Broncos. Oh, I'm sorry. I said that too fast. I'm going with the Patriots. The Broncos, I believe if the Broncos were full strength, they had Bo Nix, okay? Nothing never happened to Bo Nix. I'll be picking the Broncos, no, hands down. But having that backup in there, and I don't think he's going to do too bad. I think he has enough experience, and I think Sean Payton is seasoned enough and a great coach that's going to bring this backup quarterback along, going to have him making plays, going to simplify it for him, and going to have him dink and dunk, but also take chances. I could see that happening. And if he doesn't turn over the football, shit, you never know what could happen. They might have a shot. But I'm going to ride this roller coaster on Vrabel, the way he's changed this team around, got them back to their championship thinking ways at least, and they're fighting for it now, the Final Four. Who would have thought the Patriots? No Belichick, no Tom Brady, but Vrabel. He got them believing. He's a true player's coach. Just jolt some energy into this football team, and I think they're going to do something. I think they're going to beat the Broncos with the backup quarterback. So I got the Patriots and I got the Seahawks, right? So this is going to be a Seahawks and Patriots Super Bowl. Can you imagine? Who would have thought that at the beginning of the damn season? Somebody would have told you Seahawks and Patriots going to be in a Super Bowl. You'd have laughed so damn hard you'd have popped the lung somewhere. Yeah, you would have. Seahawks and who? The Patriots in Super Bowl? Yeah, man, that's what makes football great. You don't know. We don't know. So that's my picks on that. And before we get out of here, make sure y'all stay warm. We got a freeze coming. You hear me? We got a freeze coming. And 2 things you need to do. 2 things. Are you going to make soup or you going to make chili? Which one you going to do in this freeze? Those are 2 options, soup or chili. I'm doing both. Yeah, I'm going to do both. I'm going to get my shank meat, get the ground meat, of course. I don't know, 2 alarm, 3 alarm, what y'all think. But you're always going to add to it. It's all about the flavor, baby. Some people like to add beans. I like it both ways. Like it with the ground meat, like it with the beans as well. Make sure you get your tomato sauce. And the key ingredient that I put it on almost everything I eat, almost. But y'all don't be stealing it, cause I know y'all gonna be looking back and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna try that. But I like that green onion, my favorite. Green onion. I'm chopping down that green onion and my chili. Do you hear me? You can get you some shredded cheese. See, I'm not gonna put it in there to cook, obviously, duh. That's after I have it in the bowl, okay? Don't be going there trying to dice some green onion in there on top of the stove in the pot while it's cooking and start putting shredded cheese and all that. You don't want to do that. Wait till it's cooked first. You can put all your flavor and your seasoning in there and brew it up good, right? Put it in that bowl. Get you some green onion. Put you some in there. Get you some shredded cheese if you want. Sprinkle that on there. Corn chips, Fritos, a little crumble. Spread that on there. Get you some sour cream. I like the squeeze package. Give you a little swirl. It's on. It is on if you like it like that. I can do it like that. I got a rock gut stomach. I can mix things like that and be all fine. It ain't gonna just stir up my stomach and I'll be using the bathroom. Same thing when I drank. Oh, used to drink. Still drink, occasional. I can go beer and liquor, back and forth, or at the same time. Stomach don't mess up. Used to it. So I could do combinations like that. But if not, do it regular. Put your favorite seasons in it. Mix it all up. Make sure it's got that spice, that hit that you want. Get you some crackers. Eat it plain and regular like everybody else. Have fun at it. But sometimes I like to get sporadic and exotic with my mixes sometimes and be adding this and seeing that and just bring out more flavor. So that's what that green onion to do. And I put green onion almost on everything. All right? Put it in all my soups for sure. Put it in, I put it on ramen noodles. If I eat ramen noodles, yeah, I green onion. Some people make all kind of spreads of ramen noodles. I eat a little bowl of ramen noodles. All I gotta do is put green onion on it, and I'm okay with that. Brings out that flavor. Of course on tripe, of course on menudo. Yeah, put it all in there. I forgot the can of vegetables too. Obviously in the soup. Your peas, your carrots, all that. Your soup bones. You can put you some oxtails up in that baby. Of course. Shank meat. Potatoes, of course. Hey, man. A lot of things, mix it up. But this is the weather for it. This is the freeze for it. Hunker down. All right? Hunker down. Enjoy it. But those are my picks. All right? Rockets are rolling right now. Let's see if they can go on a winning streak. They just knocked down the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons had a 4-game winning streak. Shut them down in their building. Tough to do. G.S.Q.H, Goodymo Sports Quick Hits. Enjoy it. All right? Enjoy it. Freaky Friday. Super Saturday, of course, around the corner. Last day. Go out and get what you need. Because Sunday is going to be hell. Shit, after midnight, Saturday, early Sunday is going to be hell. Get your groceries. Get what you need. Thanks for your time. Appreciate it. We up out of here. Peace.